Today, I'll be showing you how to set up your Launchpad. Everything that you'll need in this video, there'll be a link to down in the description. Starting off with the Pro Mark I, we'll be updating it to the custom firmware. So you'll want to go to the Launchpad Utility Firmware website, and you'll be on the Firmware tab, select Launchpad Pro Custom Firmware, and then follow the instructions. So we're going to turn off the Launchpad, hold the setup button, which is right here, and then turn it on. It's automatically going to start updating into the custom firmware. And then when it's done, you can turn it off and turn it back on, and you'll notice it has a different startup animation. The main benefits of using the custom firmware is you can control the brightness at a higher frame rate, and you can load custom palettes on here. So within Ableton, to make sure you have the right settings, go to Configure, and then you will want to turn on these settings here. And then with Launchpad projects that have lights inside Ableton, you'll just want to select the Launchpad and go to channel 16 for this Launchpad. And then to make sure your pages are set up correctly, click on the samples track, right click on the chain selector, and then hit edit mini map, and then hold the top and bottom of the right side. Go to your lights track, open the chain selector, right click, hit edit mini map again, and select the same two buttons. After that, your pages should be all set up, and you should see the dial changing numbers. And then other projects that don't have lights, the lights are most likely inside Apollo Studios. So first you'll want to install Apollo Studios from the link in the description. After you do that, go to the project folder and then look for the Apollo file. And then after that's open, you can select your Launchpad, and then you're good to go. And then with the Launchpad Mark II, it's very similar. We'll just want to go to the firmware website, and then I like to enable the Apollo Studios fast light mode, and then hit update, and then I'll walk you through the instructions. And once it's done updating, you can unplug it and plug it back in. Once you have Ableton opened, your Launchpad Mark II should look like this. You want to hit this purple button. This is user 1. And then you'll want to go to the configure, make sure you have these settings on the Launchpad Mark II, and then make sure it's on channel 6. And then you'll just select Launchpad Mark II. Then on Apollo, all you hit is Launchpad Mark II, and then you're all good to go. And for projects with lights inside Ableton, same thing, Launchpad Mark II, channel 6. And then setting up the pages is exactly the same as the Launchpad Pro. So you just right click, edit mini map, hold the top and the bottom of the right side. Same thing for your samples track and your lights track. You can hit the MIDI button at the top, and then you should be good to go. Moving on to the Mini Mark III, this is the best budget Launchpad you can get. This Launchpad is so good. I just got it recently, and it is a lot of fun, even though it is very, very small. So updating the firmware on this is very easy. Go to the utility website and hit Mini Mark III, enable Apollo Studios fast light mode, press update, and then follow the instructions. So unplug the Launchpad, hold this button, plug it back in, and it'll automatically start updating. And now your Launchpad is updated. And setting it up on Ableton is very easy. So you'll just want to pick a track, go to configure, make sure you have these settings for the Launchpad Mini Mark III. And then when setting up the input and output, you just want to select this one right here, and then you can leave it at channel 1. And then same with the input as well. And then to get the Launchpad into the mode to play projects, you want to hold this button right here and then press this purple button. If you don't see this purple button, your Launchpad is not updated, so that's why you'll need to update the Launchpad. You want to also set up the pages, so right click on the chain selector, edit mini map, top and bottom button for both lights track and the samples track. Now you're good to go. And then on Apollo, you'll want to select this one for the Launchpad Mark III, this here. Moving on to Launchpad X, it's very similar as the Mini Mark III. So you just want to go to the Launchpad Utility website, select Launchpad X, enable Apollo Studios fast light mode, press update, and then follow the instructions. And now your Launchpad is up to date. So to make sure you have the right settings in Ableton, click on input or output track, go to configure, and make sure you have these settings here. And then you'll want to select this one here for the input and output, and then channel 1 or all channels. And then you'll want to hold up here and bring it into legacy mode so you can start playing. And on Apollo, you'll want to select right here. And then for Launchpad projects with lights inside Ableton, you'll select the same one again, channel 1, and then setting up pages just like before. Right click on the chain selector, hit edit mini map, hold the top and bottom button of the right side on both your lights track and samples track. The MIDI button, and then you're good to go. And then with the Launchpad Pro Mark III, we'll be doing things a little bit differently with updating it. So we'll be going to a different website to update it because we'll be installing the custom firmware for this. So you have faster lights. You'll select Pro Mark III and then download the original firmware. It's going to download, and then we're going to like patch inject it. So we're going to click update here. So once that downloads, you're just going to double click it and open it here. And it's going to walk you through the steps. So unplug your Launchpad, hold the setup button down here, and plug it in. And you'll notice the Launchpad with the custom firmware has a different startup animation. So inside of Ableton, you want to make sure you have these settings. You want to go to an input or output and hit configure, and make sure you have these same settings as I do. And then you want to select the Launchpad and then channel 1, and then setting up the pages like always, hit the chain selector, right click, edit mini map, hold the top and bottom for the lights and for the samples. And then now you can change your pages. And then with projects with lights and Apollo, all it is just the Launchpad Pro Mark III. Now you have lights and samples, and that's how you set up all the main different Launchpads. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I'll see y'all in my next one.